Hello guys, it's Adamola from SPSSBoss.com. In this lecture, I'm going to be showing you the three main ways to record any variable in SPSS. The first thing you need to do is to open up the sample data file. Now let's recode a string variable to numeric. If you look at gender here, for example, you can see that gender is a string variable. When you're changing the numbers to the letters, it's not changing. And if you go here, you can see here that it says string. Now with string, you can't carry out any inferential statistics and majority of the descriptive statistics, your mean, median, and mode, which makes it very limited. But you can calculate your frequency. Sometimes you can have your data in the string format if you inputted it into Excel based on the actual response of the participant as opposed to using numbers to represent them. And there is a case as well when you're exporting data from SurveyMonkey. If you specify that the data should be identified using the response, it will only put the response but it won't put numeric. But you can also change it to numeric, which is quite good to do in SurveyMonkey. But if you're new to SurveyMonkey, you might make the mistake. And I'm sure in other software as well, you can also make the same mistake. So let's see how we can change this string data to a numeric data. If you go into transform automatic recode, put in that gender. I've already done that here, but I put it back. Put in gender that is string. You can see it says hey here, which is to identify that is string. Give it a new name, call it gender numeric. So I want to call it that. Let's just call it gender num. Add the new name and tick this box so that anything that's blank will be treated as a missing value. So if you click on OK, you would see that a new variable is going to be generated in your SPSS view. If you look here, there's a new variable called gender num, which is numeric. Now, if you click here, you would see that this is now numbers. This is still the same, and it's actually the same variable, but changed from gender, that is string, to gender that is now numeric, which is more suitable for analysis in SPSS. Now, let's look at country. I've also put country just to have a different example to show you how useful this is. I've also put country in string and I want to recode that into numeric. Notice that the country has no particular, there's different countries, so it's more than two groups compared to gender that has only two. There's different countries here and we want to do an automatic recode for that. So go to transform, automatic recode, take this out and put in the country, give it a country name, call it country numeric or any other coding that's suitable for you. Add it, click OK, and you'll see the new country will be created. Now, SPSS, we automatically assign numbers to each of the countries so you can identify it. If you go to your values here, you can see China is now 1, Germany is 2. You can see that SPSS is very smart in the way that it actually assigned them number based on their alphabetical order. So you can see this is in alphabetical order and it assigned numbers to each of your countries. So now we know that 1 is China, 2 is Germany, and so on and so forth. Now that's how you can automatically recode a string variable into numeric. What if you want to record an existing variable into a new variable that is categorical? Let's take age for example. Age here is recording their actual age. But what if you want to change that to a range? Say anyone that's between the age of 18 to 25 will be in a separate category, to those who are between the age of 26 to 30, to those who are in the age group of 31 and above. To do that, go to transform and recode into same variable. We're choosing recode into same variable if we want to change this original one we have. But if we want to create a new variable with the groupings of age while saving this one here so we don't change it, we recode into different variable. Let's try this option first. Recode into a different variable. Put in your age. Where's age? Now you can see it's very hard to find the age here. So how you can easily find a variable that is not coded correctly, subject age, you can see here. What you do, right click and display variable name. So age you can easily find age now. It's using the labels before, but when you right click, you can switch it from labels to name, which is very easy. Now it becomes very easy for you to identify the variable. Let's call it the age group, which is a new variable. Age group or age category, whichever suits you. You can give it a label as well. Change, old and new value. Now we're going to specify some range here. For anyone between the age of 16, there's no one below 16 here. So if you have a younger, then you can account for that as well. Between the age of 16 to 25, I want them to be in a group called group 1. Put them in group 1, assign the value of 1 to them. For anyone between the age of 26 and 30, I want them to be in group 2. And with anyone that is above, so anyone that's over 31, so range value true highest. Range lowest true value, if you want to start from 0 all the way to say 15, you can use this one, but I'm ranging value true highest. I want them to be in a category of 3. I'm going to have that continue and then click OK. Now, if you go back to your variable view, you would notice that a new age group has been created. Now, this age group created through the recode function does not have values, but we know the values and we're going to specify the value. But let me first show you what it looks like. So it's successfully given the values to each of the age category, as you can see. Let me move age. To move, just highlight and move around. I want to move age close to the age group so you can see the difference between the two of them. So put it beside each other. Now the age group there. So you see, if you remember, we put the numeric, but if you click here, it's not changing. That's because we have not assigned label to these numbers. It's just numbers until you assign labels to it. So double click on age, go and assign numbers to this value here. Click on the value. If you remember what the codings were, one were 16 to 25 years. 16 to 25 years old. 2 was 26 to 30 years old. And the last group was 31 and above. Click OK. Now we have assigned values to the age group. So if you go back to your age group and click on number to text, you can see it's now coded them correctly. You can see 26 is in this range, 25 in that range, 27 is in the 26 to 30 range, and you can see how easy it is to actually recode your variable. We can do the same for weight and change for people that are obese, anorexic, and normal weight. So you can do that as well. Now let's look at the recode variable to same variable function. So you don't want to create a new one, new variable like this. You just want to change this actual age group. You just go to transform, recode into same variable. So we're changing this age group now. So we're not creating a new age group, we're changing the old one we have. Right click again so you can identify the name, get your age, put it in, give it old and new value. Our values, as we did earlier, was 16 to 25 is going to be 1. It's 24, it's supposed to be 25. 25 is going to be 1. 26 to 30 is going to be 2. 31 above is going to be 3. Add, continue, and then click OK. So you see this age group is going to change now from this to this because we're changing the actual variable. So minimize the screen. You can see it's changed to 2, 1, and the range we have. Now, as we did previously, we have to assign labels to this one. So assign the same labels to this one. So you can just copy, since it's the same, copy and paste that label here. And paste it here. Double click on age, you can see it's now the same. Now you use this function, let me go back, backspace. Now you use this function, this recording to same variable, if you want to change the old variable you have. If you want to change the old variable you have. But I recommend using the record variables to new variables, so you create a new variable from the old one so you can compare and contrast and see if there is any mistake or not. Thank you very much for watching this lecture, and I hope to see you at the next lecture.